Here's something you might not know about me. I love cheese.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say cheese?
That's right. Parmesan, smoked Gouda, even Tome de Savoie. But if there's one cheese that I love more than any other cheese, it's cheesing bosses. We're going for a low-level achievement here. If there's any way that I can speed this up by skipping requirements or otherwise not engaging with the mechanics as intended, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. Today we have our first quest bosses, and we're gonna take them on with a healthy side of cheese. My name's Grumpin, and I'm going for the level 85 quest cape. It's currently the lowest combat level possible to complete all the quests in this game, and I'm gonna go for it on an account that can't trade with other players and only has one life. If I die, that's journey over. Welcome to Barely Capable. All right, today's agenda, get all the requirements for Desert Treasure 1 out of the way. We're going to start off with Dwarf Cannon, which is not one of the requirements, incidentally. Just something that we're going to do to get a little bit of crafting XP. In this quest, we're going to help the Black Guard, an elite contingent of dwarfs, repair their fortifications, find their dead, and teach them how to operate their own cannon. Starting off with repair their fortifications. God, could you imagine if this just killed you? So that's done. Now he's gonna ask us to find his advanced scouts. He sent out a couple and he doesn't know where they are. Found one, little macabre. We are putting the remains in our backpack. We're gonna take him back to his captain, who's gonna send us out again to find his partner. He's hidden in a box in a cave. Little spiky-haired mohawk child under the fishing guild. And now for the cannon bit of Dwarf Cannon. It stopped working and they don't know how to fix it. So we're gonna turn the safety off. We're gonna hook the spring around the hammer and then reset the hammer. And now another favor. Again, we're all these quests, we're running around the map, doing stuff. Never enough for these people. But they don't know what to shoot out of it, so, we're gonna help them with that part. Elite contingent of dwarfs, my ass. Okay, while we're up here, we're gonna make it easier to get back here by unlocking the Barbarian Assault minigame teleport. And now, back at Ice Mountain, at the Black Guard encampment, we're gonna get the ammo mold. We're gonna teleport back to Barbarian Assault. And we're going to give this to our very smart friends that we're trying to help. And that is Dwarf Cannon completed. We're going to get some crafting XP, and we may use a cannon for some upcoming combat encounters. Not sure yet. And now, just south of Barbarian Assault, we are going to start Waterfall Quest. This quest is also extremely funny. It's about a mother who's worried about her kid. He is off somewhere, she doesn't know where, and we're gonna rescue him, but actually we're going to steal his treasure. First, we're gonna try and play nice. Maybe he'll give us the information we need willingly, but he knows what he has. We need to find out more. There's a convenient library at the bottom of this waterfall with a convenient book hidden away, and it's gonna tell us that the Elven King locked his treasure away in a tomb for his wife, and the key to get in was taken by a gnome family, so we're gonna go get that from the gnomes. And here's the cave in the Tree Gnome Village, protected by the worst maze you've ever seen. We're gonna rescue this gnome from the hobgoblins, and he'll give us the pebble in return. Easy peasy. Okay, so this pebble is gonna get us into this tomb. This tomb kills many Ironmen, but we have the protection prayers. It's not even going to be hard for us. Bonk. Little bit of grave robbing. Never hurt anybody. Urn and necklace in hand. We're gonna go put these remains to rest after we took them out of rest where they were resting. Okay, so now, wait. I'm gonna bully this kid. Just gonna take a quick opportunity to taunt him. Now, I'm not sharing anything I find. No, sir. No, sir. It'll teach you a little lesson about the fairness of life. That's right. All right, well, my work there is done. Gonna lasso this rock and ride off into the sunset, drop down off this tree, and get into the tomb. Oh, shoot. I forgot the spiders drained your prayer. I think we brought cake. Okay, now, in the tomb, we're gonna use one of these runes, one of each of these runes, sorry, on each of these pillars. And put the necklace on the statue of Galariel, and then dump these ashes in the chalice, and that's it. Quest completed. That's a requirement for Desert Treasure 1 out of the way, and we're absolutely juicing our total level here. 31 strength, 30 attack, 1 quest. Following the theme of absolutely juicing our levels, we're going to knock out a couple of classic early Ironman quests here in the neighborhood. Starting with Tree Gnome Village. The gnomes have lost a powerful protection artifact to the Khazard army. We're going to help them get it back for ridiculous attack XP. Step 1, we're going to help them reinforce their lines with some wood. Here's your wood. Now he wants us to collect some coordinates so we can smash down the front door of their enemy's command outpost. Because that one gnome lost his mind, we're going to do a little bit of guessing. Of course, literally the last one. But now that we've smashed a hole in their command outpost, we can get up there and steal the orb back. You could kill this guy, I guess, but we got what we came for. I'm just saying they'd be doing better if the turtles were at the front of the line. So we go to give the orb back, and calamity of calamities, they lost the other 2. So we're gonna go get those back now. And I think this is our first quest boss. The first bit of cheese. We're basically just gonna nuke him from orbit. We're gonna attack him from so far away that he can't hit us, but we can hit him. No muss, no fuss. Tree Gnome Village avenged. Orbs returned. And that's 2 quest points and 11k attack XP. Just outside the Tree Gnome Village is the start of another quest, Fight Arena. We're gonna get some attack levels and some thieving XP. It's such a short, easy quest and is gonna help us get to the 53 thieving that we need for Desert Treasure 1. It's not directly required, but the lore kind of all feeds into the same direction. Ladies Serval's husband and son have been taken captive by General Khazard. We're gonna rescue them. Just gonna grab this extremely convincing disguise and trick this guard into getting absolutely wasted so that he gives us the keys. We're gonna get this. Oh, see, he doesn't realize that this is a stealth operation. So we're just gonna go in guns blazing to rescue his dad. And when I say guns blazing, I mean we're gonna hide behind these bones and shoot the ogre where he can't get us. And here comes Skeletor. What? General Khazard, here to nab us all. He's gonna pit us against some other monsters in his arena, including his pet dog, but we have a literally unbeatable strategy. That's right, you let those captives go, but now he wants to fight us himself.
You won't get away with it, you little pest!
That is Fight Arena completed. 12k attack XP, 2k thieving, and 1,000 coins. We're just gonna move up the line of Desert Treasure 1 requirements. We've gotten Waterfall quest out of the way. Now we're gonna do Priest in Peril. We're just gonna bother the king for a quest, no big deal. And on his bidding, we're gonna head out to Patadormus, which is on the border between Swampland and Civilization. I'm just here to check on Druzzle. Isn't he the dude upstairs? Mysterious voice number 3. He doesn't know. Skeptical eyebrow, but he doesn't have the brain cells to put it together. See the mausoleum out there? The horrible big dog underneath it. Okie dokie. One dead dog coming up. Our character, look at him. Look at this vapid look on his face. He'll agree to do anything for a stranger. You know, they say dog. I don't know about that. There we go. One dead dog. You did what? This is the first moment my character has any inkling that something maybe is awry. Did I make a mistake? Look at him. Yes, you did. Oh boy. But now we have to fix the mistake that we made. Is that 40 mining? All right. I'm back and I've wised up to your schemes. Let me in. I bet it was this guy. You son of a bitch lying to me. Show you what happens to people who make me look stupid. Cause me to commit unforced errors. That's right. And let that serve a lesson to all of you. I'm here to rescue you for no other reason. I'm certainly not here to clean up the huge mess that I made. Now we need to find the statue that has the key. Put the key on the statue. Take the other key, Indiana Jones style. Swap them out. Boom. And then we're gonna take some holy water and we're gonna trap the vampire. Dump it on the vampire. That's right. Take that, you vampire. So now that he's down here, he's realized that things are way worse than he thought because of us. From what I can tell, they have used some kind of evil potion to pollute the salve. I'm sure you know of rune stones used by mages to power their abilities. It was the hat. It was the hat. That's what, it was the hat that gave it away. So basically, we're gonna use all these like a big magic sponge. He needs 26 more. And so we give him the rest of our essence. And that is Priest in Peril. Another quest point, some prayer XP, and access to Mauritania. Continuing on, Desert Treasure 1 requirements, we're gonna do Death Plateau. I don't know if you can help us. Well, listen, I make it my business to help literally anyone who asks, so give it a try. Trolls, secret path, combination. On it. This quest, another classic early game Iron Man quest. Quick and easy, find a secret path, unlock a room, give a hermit some bread and fish. Easy stuff. And that is Death Plateau completed for some attack XP and claws that we'll never use, ever. Next on the agenda, we've got Tourist Trap, so that we can do the next quest in this series, Stronghold. But in order to do Tourist Trap, we need smithing levels, of which we have none. So we're gonna do the classic, the free-to-play, everybody knows it, everybody loves it, Knight's Sword. Uh-oh. He's lost the Knight's Sword. Originally made by the Incando dwarves. I don't suppose you could try and track down the dwarves for me. I've got so much work to do. I don't know, losing your boss's sword seems like a pretty good thing to focus your attention on. But you know, that's just me. My name is Reldo. I'm a palace librarian. Well, that explains why you're in the library then. Nothing gets by him. Nothing gets by him. Do you know about the Incando dwarves? I've heard tales of their love of red berry pie. I like how this is a fact recorded in the historical narrative. They love red berry pie. I don't know, feels a little racist to me. Some of them made a home for themselves near the cliffs of the Asgarnian southern peninsula. It'd be a good place to start. Would you like a red berry pie? You see his eyes light up. Give him the pie. He eats the pie. He pats his stomach, his ample stomach. Well, I'd need to know exactly how it looked before I could make a new one. I mean, it seems a little obvious. I should have probably grabbed that before we came down here. A picture, huh? All right, let's go rob him. We've successfully robbed the knight. got a picture. He'll need 2 iron bars, which is good because I already got those. And he'll need an ore called bluerite. Guy spotted us from a mile away to come hit us. All right, make me that replacement. Yeah, I was worried I was going to have to take responsibility for my mistakes. Glad I was able to help you get out of that. 12,000 smithing XP. Thank you very much. 29 smithing instantly, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty tired of turning in cats for 100 death runes. I'd rather get 200 death runes. We're gonna knock out Biohazard, another quest in the Artie quest line, so that we can complete the Artie Easy Diary. We're not gonna spend too much time talking about this, even though there is a cape involved, because it's QOL. It's not really Desert Treasure 1 related necessarily. So we started this quest last episode, and where we're at now, we're trying to get back some scientific equipment from West Ardoin to give back to Elena so that she can study the plague. Hello there, pigeon man. We are in need of your services. Okay, we're gonna set these pigeons on the watchtower so we can sneak over the wall when they're distracted. Okay, city infiltration successful. Now we need to get into the mourners' headquarters. Give them a little spot of food poisoning. Yes, hello? Did anyone call the doctor? Oh yes, terrible, terrible. I prescribe you with an ass whooping. Do no harm. More like, you can catch these hands. I'll take that. Okay, equipment returned. She's noticing something strange. There seems to be nothing happening in her equipment. Which, given the plague, should not be the case. So we're gonna get a second opinion. But you can't just go traipsing around with all this stuff. So we're gonna enlist the help of a drunk, a thief, and a pretentious artist to smuggle this stuff into her mentor. Nah, mate, I'm clean. You can search me. I'll be taking this stuff back, thank you. And now for our second act of subterfuge, gonna impersonate a priest to pretend to give last rites to this guy. And he confirms for us there is no plague. Bum, bum, bum. We're taking this straight to the top. So the king admits it's a hoax and tells us a story entirely truthfully, I'm sure, about his crazed brother who rules over West Ardoin and pledged his soul and his people to the Dark Lord. I mean, I'm convinced. And that is Biohazard completed for some thieving XP and most importantly, the Ardoin Easy Diary. I guess we are capable. I think I'll use the XP lamp on thieving, try to cut down that grind a little bit. All right, back on Desert Treasure 1 stuff. We are now going to go for the tourist trap. Pick up some desert essentials from this guy. Oh no, is there a person who needs my help? You know, redoing all of these early game quests has really made me realize how many people we rescue in this game. So we're gonna wander on south to the mining camp, and we're going to kill this guard to get his keys. We can get in and out of this place. Looks like our missing girl isn't here, and we're looking a little too fresh to get in deeper, so gonna swap rogues with this guy. And apparently our girl been causing trouble because she's all the way in the bottom, and this guard wants to be bribed with a pineapple before he'll let us go any deeper. Oh, rats. Forgot to take off my slave ropes. Now you gotta climb out the window and climb up the rocks, and it's a little annoying. Okay, successfully out of the camp. Which one of these? There he is. Okay, so we talked to Al-Shabim, who is interested in helping us out with a pineapple, but only if we do something for him. Apparently, the mining camp that we just left has plans for a high-tech weapon that they want. So we're gonna steal that for them in the process here. This guy's really bad at his job. All we had to do to distract him was talk about the ocean, sailing, rob his chest right in front of him. So we're going to hand over these plans, which are for darts, which we can now make ourselves if we want. And he's going to give us a pineapple in return. So let's go ahead and head back. Okay, it's been such a long time since I've done this quest. Is this new? I don't remember taking damage if you failed this obstacle. Here, in the very deepest parts of the mine, we find Anna, who we're going to shove in this barrel and drag her out. She's so indignant at being called heavy, she's trying to blow our cover. And now we're gonna smuggle her out on this cart and collect our rewards. We are definitely double dipping agility here. And that is the tourist trap. 2 quest points, darts, and crazy agility XP. Tourist Trap gave us the agility that we need to do Troll Stronghold, one of the last 3 quests for Desert Treasure 1. The only things that remain after that are Temple of Ikov and the dig site. Since the last time we were here, a couple of guardsmen got themselves captured, so we're going on another, that's right, you guessed it, rescue mission. Is it just me, or does it smell like a whole fromagerie up in here? Hey guys, hey, we're doing the thing again. We've been training our thieving in Hosidia, so I've got some strange fruit, and I don't have to kill these trolls, I can just pick their pockets. Rescue complete, quest complete. That's another Desert Treasure 1 requirement down. Only 2 more to go. Okay, this may not look like it makes sense, but I promise it does. We need 20 crafting in order to do Temple of Ikov. And in order to get 20 crafting, we're going to do Death on the Isle. But in order to do Death on the Isle, we need to do Children of the Sun. It's about a delegation from a far-off land that shows up, and immediately there is trouble afoot, with parties unknown looking to capture the Crown Prince. It's a very fast quest, and this video is getting too long for me to get into why the dialogue is funny. For our purposes, it unlocks Varlamore. The main cheese course is coming. Death on the Isle requires 34 thieving and 32 agility. We're a little short on agility, but there is a quest we can do that'll solve our problem. We are going to be doing Grand Tree. Of course you can speak to me in strictest confidence. I'm a total stranger. Why wouldn't you trust me? This is a recurring theme in this quest line. We are introduced here to the most naive character of all time. He's going to take us to the inner sanctum of his people's most sacred tree and tell us that the tree's not doing too hot. Again, because he is the most naive thing on the planet, he's gonna enlist us for our help. First step to solve what's going on with this tree is to talk to a hermit gnome. Hello, Hazelmere. Blah, 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 blah. This is kind of his thing. And fortunately, I've done the quest before, so I don't have to sit here and painstakingly translate what he's trying to say. So we deliver the message to the king, who is just very shocked, and he wants us to take this information to his top gnome, Glow. He's a mega jump to conclusions enjoyer, and the conclusion he always jumps to is that humans are somehow responsible. And wouldn't you know it, the second Glow is alerted to the problem, a human so happens to be around to take the fall. I think we can all see where this is going. The hapless human prisoner lets us know that he's been acting under Glow's orders. What do you have here, my friend? A little bit of anti-human journaling you've been doing here. Honestly, as far as manifestos go, this one's pretty poor. Glow reacts like a punk and puts us in prison. And the king is just shocked by his behavior. All right, let's get out of here. I'm gonna escape to Karamja and investigate the shipyard. And I, having done extensive homework, having engaged with the mechanics as intended, know the password. All right, now we're gonna chat to this guy, try to get to the bottom of what's going on here. I think you can just kill him. We'll chat instead. Oh, so Glow is a megalomaniacal human hater who wants to take over the world. I am surprised. So surprised. And the king does not believe us, not even a little bit. So we're going to try and get some more information from the scapegoat and chat to Glow's girlfriend on his recommendation. Okay, additional evidence collected. Let's see if the king wants to hear about it now. He has no reason to think he's lying. That's not proof. We searched his house. Only odd twigs. Conveniently, because we studied the Gnomish language, we know that Tuzo means open. So why don't we, and there's a secret passage below the tree. Coming full circle, the reason why he's killing off the tree is actually way dumber than you might think. He just wants to turn it into wood for battleships. Oh no, don't sick your big demon on me. Whatever will I do? I'm sure you guys are sensing a theme at this point. Okay, demon defeated. There you are, you stupid rock, Jesus. And this guy back in, and that is quest completed. We now have 32 agility. Ooh, fancy party. 32 agility can get me into a fancy party. Death on the Isle is one of the new quests they added in Barlamore, and it is going to absolutely supercharge our crafting, thieving, and agility. We've run into this Patsy guy who wants us to help him gate crash a party, but he doesn't have any of the equipment that we need. And we're gonna have to steal our own stuff. Just gonna borrow this disguise here and sneak in. This is my employer treating me well. I mean, he's already had me break and enter, so you know what? I should be part of a union. All right, we're in. And now our Patsy wants us to collect some hot goss from the other attendees. All right, so the snooping has been done, and the host is very aware that Patsy was not invited, but doesn't mind since he's looking for a new actor to sponsor anyway. Oh, and he's so elated by the news, he's gonna have us steal something else. Uh-oh, been busted with the body. And now we are being interrogated by Turner and Hooch, basically. Yeah, you can trust me. I'll help you solve the case. We're gonna accuse you beat up a woman. It's not even the right person. And the host is not inclined to end the party, even though there's a murderer here. So to the stage we go. Little chat with the costumer. And oh, what do we have here? Freeze, dirtbag. All right, and beat up a second woman. Couldn't you have lightly poisoned him? And the real twist is there wasn't even a murder, just unfortunate accident. Quest completed. You're just absolutely flying up the levels now. That's one of my favorite styles of quests. It's got great dialogue. It doesn't take itself very seriously. It's very funny. Do you guys like that style, or are you more on the big epic set pieces? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the real cheese. Temple of Ikov is the second to last quest we need for Desert Treasure 1. It has some pretty steep level requirements, including a level 40 range requirement. As you can clearly see, we don't have that. But I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste XP. I want to do this with one range. So how are we going to do it? How are we to defeat a level 84 monster that can't be safe spotted with only range? The answer lies in, obviously, tricking the game. Temple of Ikov is a pretty straightforward quest. Get some instructions from a shady stranger to steal an ancient artifact, almost die crossing a bridge, and then find our path blocked by a guardian of that which we have been sent to steal. The way this guardian is to be defeated is with ice arrows, which can only be shot from a U-bow or better, which can only be equipped if you are 40 range. We aren't 40 range, but you can equip the ice arrow, and the game's spaghetti code will allow you to do damage to the boss with range so long as you have the ice arrows equipped. But at one range, it would take absolutely forever to kill this thing. Which brings us to 20 crafting. At 20 crafting, you can make a sapphire ring, which can be enchanted to turn it into a ring of recoil. Every time we take damage, some is reflected back. That means that at the end of this long game of stop hitting yourself, so long as we have dealt one real point of damage, the game will recognize our kill, even though he did all his own damage to himself. And that is how you cheese the Fire Warrior of Lasarkus at one range. The rest of this quest is pretty straightforward. Hand over these Limpwort roots to teleport across the lava. This is actually pretty painful. It took me forever to get these. Be cleansed by the guardians of the thing we were gonna steal, and then try to murder our employer. Oh, no pop-up. That's annoying. Last, but certainly not least, for the Desert Treasure 1 requirements is the dig site. But in order to do the dig site, we need 10 herb lore, so we're gonna knock out Black Knight's Fortress and Recruitment Drive to bridge the gap. This quest is another free-to-play classic. Everyone knows it, everyone loves it. We infiltrate a top secret base and we poison a potion with a cabbage. And for our troubles, we are awarded with 2,500 coins, and now we can do Recruitment Drive. But first, there's something I gotta take care of before we can start that quest.
There's a sudden breeze on my midriff. Because we did such a smashing job with the Black Knights, we're being recruited into a secret order of the White Knights called the Temple Knights. They're run by a tea-drinking geezer who's going to put us through some tests. The first one is riddle, and the answer is time. It's easy to remember because of all the time we waste clicking through the alphabet. The second test is the classic fox chicken grain problem, which we can solve because we aren't 10 anymore and know we can ferry things both ways. The third test is some kind of chemistry quiz. Honestly, just look up a guide. I did it the first time without one, and the payoff for figuring it out was 100% not worth it. Trust me. And now, which will explain my new look, this is kind of a Witch King Angmar, no man may defeat me sort of... Wait. No blade? But what? Are you me? When did they change this? 2022? But I've already committed to this bit. Fine. Jagex ruined a great bit. Here. Taste my hammer, you no blade defeating ass knight. Yeah. Memory game, it's the one with the sword, thanks. Give me my XP. Recruitment, drive, done. Great, nice.
Well, I'm back. Finally, the last quest for Desert Treasure 1 is the dig site. In this quest, we're going to use our newly acquired herblore skills to mix up a highly explosive potion to blow up a very sensitive archaeological site. I believe this is how they do things in real life. But before we get to play with the big toys, we have to do our homework. This lady is going to quiz us 3 times. And the first time she quizzes us, we literally cannot get any of the answers right. We will always fail. So after we fail the quiz each time, we're gonna go and get the right answers from the archaeological students at the site. Naturally, nobody does anything for free, so there will be favors that we need to do for each one of them. Okay, quiz is done. Now we're gonna go back and investigate some of the digs. And what do we have here? Something mysterious. All right, we found the resident troglodyte at the dig site. And what are you doing down here, buddy? He's gonna let us know that someone else saw what we saw and they dipped out in a hurry. And he's gonna give us the missing ingredients for dynamite. I'm just gonna grab that. Can you tell me what all of these things are, please, sir? Okay, materials identified. We can now combine them into dynamite. Go ahead and just put this on the rock. Yoink! Now we're going to turn in our find to complete the quest. This quest is pretty important lore-wise, but I'll save that for the next video.